All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the podcast. I got my Arab brother here, Moose. Yeah, we've been friends for like 3 years now, and we want to give you guys some game because, Moose, you've known me since I was like a loser, right?
From the very start, bro. From the very start. And I could actually give kind of like a brief background as to how me and Vincent got to know each other. And it all started through social media, actually. So you were doing your TikToks at the time. You weren't really that big on Instagram Reels. You were doing fitness content, transformation mostly. And then I was doing more so of the comedy stuff. We connected over the Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
You know, kind of when Andrew Tate was viral around May 2022.
Yeah.
And I kind of saw you, bro, go from, you know, just a normal kid doing the fitness, having fun, working out, you know, buying Gymshark. You know what I mean? Just normal pre-workout to seeing you become the person that you are today, bro. So I think we owe the people an explanation as to how we got to know each other, how you were able to go from scratch to where you are today. And yeah.
Yeah, no. I remember, Moose, when I first saw you, bro, you had an Andrew Tate video that stuck out. And it was next to a gas station, right? You're next to the car. You were making videos with the homie Tristan. You were like, what color is your bagay? I was like, yo, that shit's funny as hell, bro. First thing I texted you, I was like, bro, grow a beard. You know what I mean?
That was the first thing he said to me. He was already like trying to get me to self-improve. Like we bonded over comedy, but I'd say after a little bit, we kind of realized that we both want a lot from this life and we expect a lot for ourselves. And I think that's what really made us become friends, you know, as we went on.
Yeah. A lot of people, I mean, if you're not self-improving with your friends, if you're not making money with your friends, are they even friends, bro? It's kind of like, I know people are going to ask, and be like, yo, how'd you guys grow beards? I can't just grow a beard. So we found out about this thing called minoxidil 5%.
Minoxidil 5% equate. And basically, I didn't even think it was possible because I'm Arabic myself, but I was never able to grow a beard naturally. And then he had a beard. I was like, wait, how the hell do you got a beard before me? You know, I'm supposed to be hairier than you, bro. But you were like, dude, minoxidil 5%. You just apply it twice a day. You made it sound very simple, bro. Because like this is the thing. People like to overcomplicate everything. Because like even just applying minoxidil, I know it sounds like stupid to get a beard or whatever the case might be. You're still like discipline. It's still something that you have to apply that discipline to like do it every day. Because then it'll show if you really want that beard that bad. You know what I'm saying? It all applies to everything. You have to get used to like finishing stuff, bro. Like if you start something, finish it. Yeah.
No, minoxidil though, it's a journey. The reason he's saying it's tough, that shit burns your face. So like minoxidil 5%, everybody watching, yo, Vince, what do I get? Doesn't matter what you get, doesn't matter which brand, go to Walmart, Target, etc. Get the foam kind. I use the foam. I put this stuff on my face. I was bald on my face. I was beardless, right? I put this stuff on my face for like 4 months, 2 times a day. I left on for 4 hours a day. And in like a few months, I was getting my first lineup. 2 years later, I got a full beard. I saw an Austin Dunham video. Bro, funniest thing, Austin Dunham, I saw him in the gym. And I was like, yo, like I watched your video when I was like 16, bro, and I grew a beard. He just hit me up the other day. He's like, yo, Vince, I'm trying to do the whole coaching thing. I'm trying to scale to 6 figures.
That's
I was like,
how
it really,
360 up.
It really comes full circle. I feel like all the people that you watch, like if you're an influencer, all the people you're watching right now or you want to be one, you're going to meet those people face to face one day. A lot of these guys are going to meet us face to face.
You genuinely just have to believe that you're in the same field as them. Even if you're starting off small, like we go back to telling people, like even if you have 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers, that's still people that you could impact. Like you said this before, like if you fill this room with 2,000 people, that's a lot of people. So like you have to utilize your audience in whatever way you can. And going back to the minoxidil thing, just because we started off with that, I just think that it is like not the most important thing in the world to have a beard, but it definitely helps with your self-confidence. Maybe it helps you look a little bit older. Maybe it helps you feel more mature. It's like little stuff like that, like, you know, that you could change about yourself, that you could apply these things to the gym, working out, dressing better. All those things will help you feel better so that you're able to do what you want to do with confidence, you know?
Yeah. I've been reading this book. It's called The Power of Awareness. And it goes back into self-image and your perception of yourself. Like you're saying, when we grew beards, we had higher perceptions of ourselves. When we took care of ourselves and got in the gym, we had higher perceptions of ourselves. It basically breaks down that all the results in your life are based on your perception of yourself. So a lot of people have unhealthy self-images and their lifestyles reflect that. Like your world is all inwards first. You have to love you. Like you were saying, you have to know that you're meant for more and you're meant to have a big following before you can have it. And it pretty much breaks down, bro, even in deeper context, that the past and the future are both illusions and all we have is the present moment and now.
100%.
So the speed that you can strengthen that concept of yourself to feel like you deserve that now is the speed that you'll have it.
100%. You know what I mean? You have to feel like you already deserve it. And if you are doing the work and you are doing everything necessary to get there, then you're not cheating yourself, bro. If you're able to look in the mirror at the end of every day and be like, you know what, like I am actually trying, I am going my hardest, you'll sleep good at night, even if you don't have the results per se right now. You know what I mean? But as long as you're doing what you need to do and you do the right thing every day for like a long amount of days, obviously, you're going to get some results no matter what it is that you want to do. You want to grow a beard, you want to grow, I don't know, you want to put the minoxidil on your neck and grow a neck beard. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? You could do whatever you want, but like if you apply that same discipline to everything, you're going to get the results.
Yeah. Discipline's huge, bro. Another thing, I want to tap back in as well to like the law of assumption too, because there's a self-improvement aspect and there's a belief aspect. Your assumptions control your reality, bro. It's like whatever you assume about yourself or about other people is what is. You know what I mean? Like humans by nature, we're creators, we're creative, but a lot of people have these assumptions that don't serve them. They just assume, oh, you know, social media is not for me. They assume, oh, I'm not smart. I had a mentor probably like 3 years ago, and he was showing me this techie stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm not the tech guy. He's like, Vincent, don't say that shit. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you need to become the tech guy. You need to believe you're the tech guy so 100%. You can perform like the tech guy. I was like, oh shit. So one thing I feel like we both did, especially I used to send you, yo, I'm gonna get this SVJ. Yo, I'm gonna get this Phantom. Yo, this Bugatti, that's next. And we used to have friends in our group that were like, yo, be realistic, bro. They used to be like, yo, bro, be realistic and this, that. I don't even think it's that they were hating. I just think it was beyond them. But
it's exactly what you just said right now. It's not the fact that they're hating or anything like that. It's like these things were already implemented into them from birth by whatever their environment may be or whatever the case may be, and also who they hang around with, etc. And things may seem like, you know, super magnificent to accomplish or achieve, but the reason you got as far as you did is because you never gave a shit about what other people said, which is literally the one thing you have to do, bro, is not care what other people think.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to be able to be yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to be yourself. You have to do what you love to do. You know what I mean? Like the winner for me at the end of the day isn't the person who necessarily has like all the money in the world or whatever the case may be. It's the person who enjoys what they're doing and they do that for a living. You get what I'm saying? Most people don't like what they're doing for a living. You know what I'm saying? So they look at the online stuff and they feel like they don't grasp the idea that you can make money online. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I did comedy. You know, I didn't do necessarily fitness or whatever the case might be, but me just posting my face on the internet, getting more people familiar with me, I was able to generate some type of income doing that. You know what I mean? Because now the world is turning more digital, I feel. So whatever the content that is that you want to do, bro, like make sure you do it, have a specific plan, and make sure that you're also serving a purpose, you know?
Yeah, I love like social media. I love the comedy stuff too, but the thing is comedy is harder to monetize unless you have crazy views like you did. Cause I had who I don't even want to name drop, but I had some very big comedy guys that'll hit me up and they're like, yo, Vince, how do I make money, bro? And these guys have millions of followers, but when they promote something, people don't buy it. And I'm like, oh shit, like I realize it's not all about views, likes, and shares, it's about value as well. It's a mix. You gotta have all of it. But at the end of the day, if you can switch to value as well, even if you guys make funny skits or whatever, if you can add value in that part-time, that's how they're going to make a lot of money.
100%.
You know what I mean? But there's a line to that too. Some people are just value and they're boring. Their pages don't blow up at all. So I feel like you have to be three things, bro: motivational, educational, and entertaining. If you miss any one of those, you're missing out. You know what I mean?
100%. You have to be in a way, like you can do the comedy and you can generate an income from it, but like you said before, it's not as easily monetizable, if that's a word. You know what I mean? Like if you have, for example, 10 million followers and you're doing comedy versus you have 10 million followers and maybe you have a message behind it, or like necessarily you're trying to teach people something or teaching people a skill, it's going to be a different impact. You know what I mean? Because comedy is funny, but you have to have like a message behind it as well. That's why you have to hit all those three things that you just mentioned right now. 100%.
I want to go back to what you said, bro, even about opinions and not listening to other people, bro. The reason I never listened to our friends who were like, bro, be realistic. You're not going to get that car, bro. Aim lower. The reason I never listened to them is because they weren't where I wanted to be. I feel like all these people watching, if you want to be successful, you have to only listen to people that have the results you want. Even if your parents don't have the results you want, as much as you love them, they've never gone there. They can't tell you how to get there as well. It's like when you become successful, right, which is through listening to successful people, anything that comes out of my mouth will get you to the exact same position I'm in. Whether 100%. I want to give you good advice or I don't want to, anything that I tell you or any opinion I have will lead to you getting my results. And that's vice versa for unsuccessful people too. But the problem is most people don't have that filter. I've spoken to some people who are like, I mean, not really successful, but they're like, man, I heard a really good quote from this one homeless man, and he was like this, that. And in my head, I'm just like, that's
Nice.
That's dope. But I don't
No,
know.
definitely take the homeless man's advice, bro. Definitely do that, and like start just by like, you know, like lay a little thing by the curb and just chill out. You know, maybe have like a little, what's a nice juice like you think that's like for Miami weather? Because I'm in California, you know what I mean. But not like going back to what I'm saying in all seriousness, like you want to become successful, you have to listen to successful people and follow what they did. It's not really like rocket science, bro. Like. Bro, there's 7 billion people in the world. We've been around forever, bro. Like the results kind of like, you know what I mean? You can just mimic other people's results. Like, but if you fuck around and decide to just like enjoy like life and just fuck around all the time, you're gonna find that. Eventually you're gonna wake up like, oh shit, like I wish I chased my dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even know if it's that everybody has a different life purpose or what, but some people are more chill and some people are more experience based, and they're kind of like, you know, bro, have you tried psychedelics, bro? And let's go to this park and let's go to this festival. I just know my personality type was just never like that, bro. You know, I just couldn't do it. Like everybody's celebration was just my torture. People would ask me, yo, Vince, are you coming to that Ultra Music Fest? I'm like, bro, that would be like the biggest fucking torture of my life. You know, like when I was driving past those people, I'd rev the SVJ for them and shit. But I'm like, I don't want to celebrate if I haven't accomplished shit yet. You know what I mean? And that's a perspective within itself. You know what I mean? For me to have made 7 figures online and people, you know, it's like, well, you did make it, Vincent, this is that. No, the goal is billions, bro. There's nothing to celebrate yet.
And the thing is, bro, like if you want to go celebrate, like if you want to go to the Ultra Fest, then fine. Like that's cool. Nobody said you shouldn't go. But the problem lies where it's like if you are a person that is wasting time and are confused as to why you're not getting your results, then don't go hate or throw shame or make the guy that's trying feel weird about it, because you're too selfish to do anything with your own time. You know what I mean? But if you want to go have fun or go to the Ultra Fest, do whatever you want. Just don't be surprised if you're not necessarily where you want to be, or you have to accept, like, you know what I mean? What you're doing. You have to understand, like, what's the gain, what's the lose. And if you're able to comprehend what you're doing, then that's fine. But my problem is more so with, like, people hating their lives, their own insecurities, all that things getting in the way of them doing what they really want to do. And instead of them finding a way for them to, like, gain their self-confidence, go out there, network, meet people, etc., they decide to just boil all their hatred and throw it onto the people that are trying, because people envy people that don't care what other people think. You know what I mean? People envy others that don't care what the majority think.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I feel like most people are in this same boat where you want to be successful, your friends kind of don't. They have a different life path, and no matter how much you try to convince them, they're not listening to you. This is going to be a harsh topic, but your friends aren't going to listen to you until you get fucking rich, bro. That's the only way. You can't be broke until, yo, we got to get rich, bro, and we got to do this. I was doing that shit too, but the moment my friends listened was when I had visible results and I had something to prove to them. There's another factor as well, where if you look at religious books, I mean, every single prophet had a certain group of people they were serving. You know, like this prophet may be serving the people of Israel. He doesn't serve anyone else. So it's like your message isn't going to resonate with anyone as well. Your message is going to resonate with a certain group of people and a certain audience. The rest of the people may say, fuck that guy, and they may hate you or whatever, and that's part of the game. You
Pretty
know what
much.
I mean? Yeah, and there's a quote, I don't know, it was from the Bible. It's about Jesus, but it pretty much says, you know, if the world hates you, remember it once hated me as well. If you were of this world, the world would accept you and love you as its own. But because you're from me, the world hates you. Something along those lines.
And bro, like the world isn't really that cruel. Sometimes the issue lies where people have been in the same town for a long time, and like they start to feel like they are this person, because they have all these friends that they had in high school. They've had people they met in college, family, friends, whatever the case may be, and they all kind of have an agenda as to who you are, and you kind of accept what other people think about you, but you don't want to embrace who you really are. You know what I mean? That's why I think traveling is very important. Like, I'm not saying you have to go to Brazil or go to Uruguay, but like just leaving your town and exploring, meeting new people, that could really give you the insight and like the perspective that you need. Because like I'm from LA and I'm here in Miami. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. I'm just walking on the street. Nobody cares what the fuck I'm doing or who I am or what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? And that's the same case where your town is. So like nobody actually cares, bro. Everybody has their own issues. Like everybody's dealing with themselves. Usually people are like, you know what I mean, dealing with their own self-hatred, whatever the case may be, but people are mostly worried about themselves. So like nobody cares about you, bro. You want to post that TikTok, you want to post that the Instagram reel, you want to post that YouTube video. If you really want to do it, like fucking do it, because nobody cares. And another thing, like I don't want to be like super pessimistic, but we're all gonna be dead one day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're all gonna die. So like do whatever you want to do, bro. Like nobody gives a shit. Like
Yeah.
half the people I saw yesterday, I can't even remember their faces, bro. I was talking to people all day long. I don't know who the hell was who. I can't remember who. You know what I mean? Life moves fast.
Yeah,
So you could sit there and dwell and put yourself in a bubble and dig yourself in a hole, but it's really not gonna do anything, bro. Until you get up and do something, it's not gonna fucking change. That's what people don't understand. It's like there's nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody's gonna come knock on your door and be like, dude, I see your potential. You should totally be like a comedian. Nobody's gonna do that. Like if you want to be a comedian, go be a fucking comedian. You know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna stop you.
Yeah, yeah. I like that, what you said about, we're all going to die one day. Bro, people take that and there's two different mentalities. One person can say, we're all going to die, let me fuck around. One person's going to say, we're all going to die, let me leave a fucking legacy.
Exactly.
I think about the people in the history that are remembered. Like, I look at people like Marcus Aurelius, like the most powerful emperor, and I'm looking at, conquerors and kingdoms. And I'm like, when I go out, I think about this too. I'm like, when I go out, I want to have enough value and enough quotes where obviously everybody fades in history, but I want to have enough quotes recirculating where it's kind of like, the Ziz effect, where Ziz had 10,000 followers when he died. He's a gym bro. But when he died, he was like this icon and this legend. I do want to have some type of effect like that. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. You have to be impactful, or you have to at least try to be impactful or helpful to the earth, right? Like the earth has to keep moving, bro. Like I guess my point and what I'm trying to say is, bro, is that like we are the smartest, I guess, living being, right? Like I guess we're smart. I hope so. You know what I mean? Most of us, but we are the smartest living beings. Like that's a fact. Like we have, obviously we're the ones building we're doing everything, right? It's not like alligators or nothing, but right? All right, but that's the thing. Is like you have to have an impact on the world, bro. You have to try to like help the world move and like get better. Like you have to try to do something, whatever the fuck it is that you do, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you're sweeping the floor and cleaning, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything serves like a purpose, but you got to do something though.
Yeah. What does every religious book preach, bro? Be of service. And in order to make money, you have to provide service. So people know that you need to be of service, but at the same time, they look down on money just because of inherited beliefs, like you were saying. But when you dissect these quotes, I don't know if I have an actual reel about this, but people take that quote, money's the root to all evil, and they run with it, bro. Money just makes people do evil things. Like money will make you steal, money may make you lie.
It'll reveal who you are.
Exactly.
It'll just show who you really are.
But money isn't evil. It's a measure of service at the end of the day. And every religious book preaches that you need to serve. One thing that I love, bro, is when kids come up to me, and it's funny how this gets clouded after a certain amount of time, bro. Every day a kid texts me, bro, I was going to end my life. I was depressed. I didn't want to take this route. Hearing from you made me kind of realize there's hope. And when you get messages like that, it's like, oh shit, I'm doing good for the world.
Making a difference, bro.
Yeah, it's like
fucking difference.
80 people could tell me you're a horrible person and this, that, and you, whatever. Me seeing messages like that, me seeing my guys winning, me seeing the world become a better place.
I honestly, if I'm being 100% honest with you, bro, I don't even see that or understand it just because I've known you so long. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't even understand like the stuff that's happening right now, like, or whatever the fuck I see or whatever the case may be. I've known you like since 2022. You were like an 18-year-old kid, bro.
Yeah.
Like I met you at the Airbnb in fucking Texas, and we were just like fucking kids, bro. We were talking about like the new Stringer that's coming out and shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I know how you kind of started off. Like, you are basically your own client, if that makes sense. You're your own client because you're the same people you're talking to are the same. You're the same Vincent that I met at 18 years old. You know what I'm trying to say? But I understand why people may not grasp the online digital stuff, bro. I 100% get it because people are so close-minded. That's naturally what people are,
Yeah. You've known me behind the cameras. That's the thing. Like Moose knew me. I was this introverted, shy kid. I'd only talk to somebody if I knew him for like 2 months, and and then me and Moose got close. We'd chop it up. You're like, yo, bro, what the fuck? You got to start talking to the world. You know what I mean?
I think, bro, you're 100%. What was holding you back the most is number one, the town, the radius, the proximity that you were in. The reach is very bad where you were at, and another thing is that you weren't utilizing your personality. You were posting content without really showing who you are. So if you want to resonate with people and kind of have that stick effect where people know who you are, recognize your face, you have to speak.
Yeah.
So I think it was around like early 2023 when you incorporated your voice, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? You incorporated your voice, and you weren't the best at it at the start. Your CTAs were not good.
Yeah, they were not good.
Hell no. Nothing that you were posting online or CTA, nothing was convincing. You got better at it, but Why did you get better at it? Because you kept fucking trying. Because, bro, I could watch a YouTube video right now on how to play soccer all I want. But when I get on the field, bro, there's a likelihood I will not be able to kick that soccer ball into the goal. You know what I mean? Unless I actually go play. So you got to play to ball. Like, you got to ball to ball, basically.
Yeah. Bro, I'll look back, bro. I'll look back at my talking videos. I'll fucking cringe. I'll be like, oh, shit. I had a little bit of like a ghetto accent, too. I'll be like, yo, what's up, guys? You know, this, that. I had a little bit of like a slang high school kid accent, bro. I had to become a little bit more white. I had to become more, I had to bring out the white side of me and be more
It's not even that you had to be white. You kind of just embraced who you are.
Yeah.
Because you're Vincent, right? So slowly you just showed that you are Vincent. Like, that's what happened is you got more and more comfortable. Because naturally when you get into content creation, like, try to put up a camera right now and just try to talk to it. It's gonna feel awkward.
Yeah, bro.
You're not really gonna be yourself. Like, even me coming in here, like, I was still like, oh shit, like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Because I don't even know what's going on, but like, I'm talking to the camera, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is like, it's gonna be difficult at the start, but the more you keep doing something, the more reps you get in, the better you will get at it. Most people don't even start because they're afraid to fail. You know what I mean? Most people don't even see the journey because they already see that there's a possibility that it won't work out. So then they're like, all right, fuck it, I'll just work and do whatever is safe and smoke my weed on the weekend, you know, get drunk on the weekend, whatever the case may be. I'll have fun on the weekend. I'll forget about it. The cycle repeats, bro. Because America, like, you could make it in America, but you could also like fuck yourself bad. Because, bro, entertainment here and like, it's a consumer society, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is so easy to get lost here, bro. But it's also just as easy to make it. That's the fun part. So if you stay away from the wrong things, bro, and you do the right thing every day, it's pretty hard to fuck it up in America, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, even back to what you were saying, bro. It's kind of like it was the topic of I think what you're trying to summarize is everything's uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable. When I first picked up a camera and I looked into that lens, bro, I didn't even finish the video. I was like, yo, what the hell, like. Am I talking? Do I sound weird? I'm not gonna post this, etc.
You started off very like, I remember exactly what happened, bro, because you wanted to get into the talking videos, but you didn't want to immediately jump into like CTAs. You kind of wanted to get a feel for your audience first, get the audience to know who you are. So I remember you started showing people the beard routine, curly hair routine, how to get, what to get from Gymshark, what to get from sports brands to necessarily, you know, show your physique. It was stuff like that at the start, just free game. You started posting comedy. You would jump on little trends like that, as well as do your fitness stuff. People got to know you through that, and that's where people started taking pictures of you and stuff like that, bro. That's where shit started to go up. And then I told you, the CTA stuff started off rocky, but bro, you did it every fucking day. I didn't even notice how bad they were, so like I had to go back and look at it. Because, bro, like, people will forget. Like, when you do something every day, at the start, you feel like everybody's judging you or it's not working out. But when it works out, nobody's going to remember how the fuck it even started. It'll be like you were always this guy. You're always doing it. That's kind of what happened with you, bro, is that everybody thinks you're always this guy. But, like, I actually met you when you started. That's why I don't really understand, like, a lot of the stuff that I see online or whatever the fuck that I be seeing. Because you're just a normal-ass dude, bro. But I would fucking hate you, too, though, bro, because you're 21 and you're doing this shit. So I would hate you, too. I understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would hate you. If I was, like, somewhere in L.A. right now, you know, because, bro, there's L.A. guys, I'm like, weird-ass place, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was in L.A. right now, bro, and I was, like, you know, in a shitty-ass alley, smoking a blunt, or whatever the fuck the case may be, I don't know where the fuck God put me. If I was one of those people, and I open my Instagram, and you're, like, on there with an SVJ, you're 21, you already have a relationship going, like, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But you actually just live this life. Like, you're just a chill guy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's what people don't understand. Is he's just this normal dude, bro. Like, we just walked in here, bro. I'm even surprised. Like, you know, they said what's up to people in the background, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just vibing, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very normal, bro. But obviously, like, I understand, like, because it might look like a villain or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I be looking at that shit.
That's the look.
But bro, you do give the variety, but people choose what they want to see, right? Because if you actually follow you on Instagram, you're just a normal guy, and you do have, you know what I'm saying, bits where you get more, and you want to rile up, you want to get your people going. But people only pick that, you know what I'm saying, the bullshit, and that's what they focus on. Because bro, that's what people like to do. They want to focus on the negative.
Yeah, bro, like, people don't get that. I mean, this is the thing, Moose. Like, when I was the skinny kid and I was 6 months into lifting, everybody loved me. Everybody's like, man, keep going, and, you know, it's great and whatever. I remember it was like 8 months in. I had put on like 30, 40 pounds at this time. they're like steroids and he's not actually fit and this, that. So they start to see you as more intimidating over time as you self-improve. They want you to do good, just not better than them.
100%.
So I think the change in point, bro, when I got a fucking I-8, when I got an I-8, that was when I became shallow and materialistic and whatever, and now this guy's this, that. But really, I'm like, hey, where did I lose you guys? I was playing the same exact game of self-improvement. Now you guys hate me? Like, what's going on? But people only hate on people they feel intimidated by.
100%,
You
bro.
know, so like, yeah, if you see somebody online, like I said, 21 SVJ, you haven't seen really any value from them yet because you haven't watched them long enough, and you see a clip like, you're broke. You know
That's what
I
I'm
mean?
trying to get at. It's like, I know you behind the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll probably go get some food after or whatever the fuck and just talk about whatever. But like, what I'm trying to say is that, bro, people want to focus on the negative and they want to find any excuse not to go through with it. So that if they fail, it's like they're going to get, why is it always so complicated though? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that complicated.
Yeah, bro. I think one thing that you see too that the internet doesn't see, bro. I mean, you've seen my character just being around me day to day, bro. I remember one thing, we were at the Gymshark thing, we just first met or whatever. And you were like, bro, you got on the fucking floor to film that one gym kid who's like fucking loser, but you still film. I was like, that's just something I do. You know what I mean? But I feel like you see the human to human day-to-day interactions. You see how I never tell somebody who knows me, hey, fuck off, I'm eating right now. You know, I'm nice to everybody and et cetera. And that's something the internet won't see, and I'll purposefully hide that side because I want the engagement. Don't get it fucked up, bro. We're not complaining. I fucking love when they hate and they talk shit. I love the publicity because I make a lot of money. But at the same time, you know, the people that follow me over time kind of say, oh, this dude's fucking, he's just preaching self-improvement. You know, he's doing good.
Bro, they can think whatever the fuck they want, but bro, as long as, that's what I was trying to go back to earlier. If you're happy with what you're doing and you're content with yourself and you could call your work fun, then dude, you won. Like, you won life. Yeah. That's it. Cause bro, this shit's gonna go on forever. It's gotta go, bro, there's still 40 years left, bro. Like, when do we die? Like 80? There's still a long time, bro. So like, you gotta find something you love to do and just do it. And that's how you're gonna be at peace. You know what I'm saying?
Most people just gave up on the game. Life, success is a game. Most people gave up on it. So now they're hating on what they couldn't do. So it's like when somebody sees, you know, let's say a young person that's successful, let's say somebody who's ultra successful, even older. I remember when I was younger and my dream car was like an I-8 at the time. When I'd see somebody with a Bugatti, bro, I'd be like, what the fuck? It didn't even seem achievable for me. It didn't seem, but I never had hatred in my heart. You know, God won't elevate you if you have hatred in your heart. My mind was always, how do I get in that person's same position? People that still have the good in their heart and they're ready to grow, they say, how can I get like that dude? What opportunities do I need to have to get in those shoes? People with envy and hatred in their heart will instantly discredit, instantly be negative, and that's why their blessings are blocked. If you just have a true heart, right, you're focused on one thing, you're focused on doing good to get there. I mean, I feel like I'm a living proof of just doing that same thing, no matter how much people try to jumble it around.
100%, bro.
So, yeah.
100%. I want you to, there was something funny we talked about earlier, like a couple days ago, when you said you wore your chain in that weird neighborhood in Florida.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, you went into a sketchy neighborhood, people were looking at. My point about that is that, bro, it's a chain, it's a car. Like, these things are like, you know what I mean? You could touch them, like, it's just like anything else in the world. But if you give them so much value, they're always going to be put on a pedestal. But if you learn to accept that it's just a car and it's just a watch and it's just, you know, like, you could touch it, you could feel it, you could, you know, you could see it on YouTube. It's just, you know what I mean? You could go take a flight, go see it. You could go ride it. You could, you know what I mean? You could rent it out. It's just a car. It's just a watch. If people learn to look at these things as just like surface level, normal, it's like anything, it will start to feel more, you know what I mean? But the problem is that people think that these things are like so out of reach, or, you know what I'm trying to say, bro?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I feel like what they don't get is that it's not about the item. It's not about the fucking diamonds or anything like that. It's really just a trophy and a symbol of like, damn, you know, I worked hard and I got this shit. I feel like that's what it always was
and bro,
for me.
And another thing, like, people that call you, bro, you're fucking 21.
Yeah.
What do they want you to do, bro? Grab a cane and fucking, what exactly do you want a 21-year-old to do, bro? Like, a 21-year-old successful person who lives in Miami and just having fun and also, you know, spreading a good message. What exactly, like, do you want him to do? Like, they want, I guess, bro, from what I understood, they want you to get bald and fat, and they want you to just fucking drive a Mitsubishi, right? Yeah. And then everybody will be happy. Then your message will be real, right?
What did Drake say, bro? Drake said, people don't want to see me succeed. This shit come with that. Bro, that's a bar.
That's what I'm saying. And bro, everybody and bro, Drake's number one, everybody hates him. You know what I mean? I don't think that happened on accident. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't understand, like, so if you had the same message and you had 40 pounds on you, you had a receding hairline, and you had a Mitsubishi, is the message going to be better because you're not materialistic? Like, you
It's
know what I
just
mean?
it's just that misery loves company, bro. I feel like the most comforting thing for me was understanding the haters. You know, when I didn't understand it, it was always like a fucking, why are they hating and this, that, and whatever. When I've dissected their minds and I've already put myself in their shoes, it gave me peace. It really made me comfortable. I was like, oh shit, this isn't even personal. You know, if it was another person in my same shoes, there'd be hatred. You know, so that was what really made me feel safe, bro. I'd be at home, you know. This is when I was first selling low ticket fitness programs. I'm in my mom's crib and I'm making $5,000 a month and I feel like I'm balling, but I'm like, this hatred is fucking pissing me off, you know, and I'd be red, I'd be fuming. My mom was like, Vincent, you know, it's not that deep. But I'm like, no, this shit is war. You know what I mean? This shit is war. Like, these people need to fucking be proven wrong. And no matter what I did, when I got the i8, you know what they said? They said it's not a Lambo. I got the Lambo, they said it's not an SVJ. I got the SVJ, they said, oh, he does courses or whatever. They're always gonna have something to say about you, so do whatever the fuck you want.
It's never gonna be enough, bro.
Yeah.
Like, even, bro, people hate Jesus, you know, and Jesus is Jesus, bro. Like, come on. Jesus is Jesus, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the cross, everything, bro. Like, and they hate him.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter what you do, you're gonna be hated. So just do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro, and make sure that you're enjoying it. And, bro, like, it's really not that. I don't understand, like, bro. If you're worried about another man, like, you gotta learn to not worry about other people. Like, you gotta worry about yourself. And, bro, imagine the results everybody can make if everybody just focused on themselves. Some people will watch your reel like 20, 30 million times in a row, then comment, they hate, then fucking, then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, focus on your fucking self, bro. And, like, if you're worried about another man genuinely, like, what another man has stresses you out, or you feel like you don't have enough, or it's pissing you off, then, yeah, bro, like, you're not going to get anywhere being a negative person and just, like, being in this weird bubble of hatred or jealousy or envy, or nothing good's going to fucking happen. Like,
bro, people just don't get the power of imagination and attention. Whatever you focus your attention on, whatever you imagine is what you get. So, like, when you direct that attention inward, like I always tell people, I was my own biggest fan before I had fans. I remember posting question polls on Instagram, and I'd say, Vincent, what do you think about this? I'm a loser. But I was like, hey, man, what I think is this, that, and whatever. And, you know, I think this. I was my own biggest fan, and my attention was directed inwards. This is what every super successful person does that they won't say online because it sounds bad and it sounds self-centered. But you have to focus your attention on you. You have to be your own biggest fan. You used to watch me rewatch my own fucking videos over and over again. And then eventually it's like the world caught on to that effect and it was inward. You know, but like you're saying, when people direct their attention outward, even on people who are winning or this or that, hey, did you hear about this guy? You heard about that guy? I'm like, bro, you're not even the main character in your own life. I was like, you should be the star of your own show.
Exactly.
If not, you're playing the game wrong.
exactly.
You know
bro.
what I mean?
You have to be worried about yourself, bro, and you have to just focus on what you're doing, not what anybody else is doing. Because if you focus on what everybody else is doing, you're not gonna get shit done.
Yeah.
You won't.
And that's what most people do, bro. I want to ask you this because you come from you said Jordan or
So my ethnicity, I'm Jordanian, Palestinian, and then I grew up in Kuwait and Dubai, actually.
So what's the difference? What's the main difference? I want you to talk. This is off camera stuff, but you told me there was a lot more families. There was a lot more, you know, everything was together. And then the U.S. was like a damn godless shit show.
So basically, that's the only difference is that in Dubai and like Kuwait or like the Middle East, or you go, it's countries. You know, if that, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna find God, bro. Which, like, I don't know if God exists. God is here, right? Does God exist here?
Only for some people.
For some people, right? I guess, but no, God's presence in like the Middle East is gonna be like greater, obviously, because people enforce their culture. They kind of kept the same values, you know, core kind of values for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 million years, you know. But somewhere like America, it's more like, you know, commercial based, more so like marketing, more so like. It's very consumer driven, you know what I'm saying? Like over there, it's kind of different. It's not really the same. It is getting more and more like, you know, touristy, if that's a word. You know what I'm saying? More people are going there. You'll find more foreign people out there. But to some extent, the presence of God will be stronger felt in a country like that, just because, you know, there's rules, regulations. You can't drink in public. You can't have PDA in public. There's a lot of things that are different, you know? So like, and culture is very strong. So like over there, like people are very connected to each other. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like one. That makes sense. And everybody's also one religion as well. So that kind of plays part into how like society works. Because when everybody's kind of the same and everybody kind of follows the same culture, same things, it's very rare that like weird shit will happen, right? Like, for example, shootings, like that type of stuff. Like, it's not really gonna happen over there versus out to here, you know? So that's kind of like the difference, I would say. But I am grateful for growing up there. I'm grateful for my experiences in the United States. I think it's all, there's pros and cons to everything, of course.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you want to do and how you're going to get there. So location is basically just, like you said, why did you move to Miami? Because what you're trying to do, your niche, what you got going on, the most place that makes sense is Miami for you. So when it comes to like where you want to live or et cetera, just kind of have to go with what it is that you're doing, you know?
Yeah, and I want to address this because a lot of people hate on Miami. A lot of people say, oh, you know, the fake flexers and the influencers and whatever. No matter where you are, you get what you are. You know what I mean? So like in Miami, I hear people say, I came out here and everybody's fake and everybody's this and everybody's that and whatever. I'm like, I didn't get that at all. I met the most genuine connections, young, successful people who were hungry and killing it. I went to the homie's mastermind here. He had a bunch of people that he helped get to $50,000 a month. I'm seeing people like that because that's the energy that I emit. So a lot of people don't even realize they rat themselves out when they say stuff like that because their vibration is snaky shit. It's whatever, and people are fake and whatever. And it's just a reflection of you at the end of the day. I hate to say that shit, but like you're gonna meet positive people no matter where you are if you're a positive person. And some places it's more than others. You know, bigger cities, I've noticed I've met more successful people. You know, it's just it's higher competition.
It is what it is, bro. And another thing, like I'm in Florida right now. Florida's a normal place. Like I've seen all ages, all people, all types of, like it's a normal place. It's not like it's like an influencer fucking like a riot. Like it's not like the fucking influencers everywhere running around and shit. Like it's a normal place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a nice place. The beach is right here. I had fun. Like it's a good
beach, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice spot, bro. So you're enjoying your life. You're obviously doing good. You're doing better than most people your age. So, bro, the hatred's gonna come. Like I 100% get it, bro. It makes sense. But like you said, if you're gonna focus on meeting positive people, you're thinking about positive things throughout the day. You're gonna find them in your day. But if you sit around listening to sad music, fucking thinking about the past, saying that one girl that cheated on you, bro, it's all good, bro. Like, trust me, bro. You just gotta bounce back. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, if you sit there and dwell on your own bullshit, bro, you're gonna find yourself in a hole. Like. You know what I mean?
Bro, I always say this, you know, your perspective is your reality. Most people's perspective, they're focused on everything going wrong and the negatives and this and that. But if your perspective, if you switch that to positive, a lot of people hit me like, Vince, I'm in a downward spiral. I was like, bro, you're only in a downward spiral because you're acting and operating like you're in a downward spiral. If you acted and operated like you were in your prime and you saw all the good stuff and all the opportunities, you'd be in an upward spiral.
100%.
You know, so that's why I say, change your perspective, change your reality. You know,
I have one question for you, bro. So every successful person I've spoken to or, you know, watched or heard about, they always have a turning point. You know what I mean? Where everything clicked or things started to go. How long did it take for you to find that turning point? Like that, how many years or how many months of like you going through ups and downs? And then when did that turning point come in? And how did you like utilize it? How did you feel?
I think it was like 3 years. It was around 3 years when that turning point came. Because when I was 16, I mean, before that I was entrepreneurial, but like 16 was when I really dove in. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing school. I'm not doing work. But 3 years in, I reached a point, which wasn't an overnight turn. It was just like a combination of all the shit that I did before, all the self-improvement I did before, all the self-development books I read. But for me, it was literally high ticket coaching, bro. I was like, I have this transformation. People ask me like, what's your routine? And I was like, why don't I just sell something around this that's higher ticket? And bro, it almost felt like a fucking gate unlocking.
Did you feel something in your gut, or did you feel like, okay, this is the turning point?
Bro, it has to feel like your time before it is your time. Most people say I will be successful and it's always a future thing. No, it's now, bro.
Because you can do a lot now. That's what people don't understand. You could always do something.
Yeah, people don't get that I will be is an affirmation that I am not. Like I said, all we have is now. So like right now, every time I've had a breakthrough, I've created that mentally. I was like, I'm in my prime. My perspective was everything that's good, everything that's going great, etc. And just like with high ticket coaching too, bro. Remember I was selling at 1 to 2K, bro. In 3 weeks, I was at like fucking 70,000. I called my mom. I was like, you don't have to work anymore. And like that was the biggest breakthrough for me that I feel like was foundational, bro.
And another thing, like if you are struggling to find motivation, just know, bro, that there's things that are bigger than you. You know what I mean? Because it's selfish for you not to want to be successful. It's selfish for you not to want to reach your true potential, because it's not only you that you're helping. You could possibly help people around you, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's being impactful, whether it's now utilizing your resources because you have free time. So you can actually like impact the world. Like it's beyond you, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's about leaving a legacy, being remembered in a good way, because when you die, or when we all die, we want to be remembered in a nice way. Like, oh, he helped me out, or, you know what I mean? Because that carries on, and we're going to have children, etc. So you have to do good, and you have to just stop being a weirdo, bro. Like, you have to stop being a weirdo. Like, bro, like that weird bubble that kids around the age of 18 to 22 put themselves in, where they're just obsessed with girls or impressing them, or fucking throwing all their money on fucking Jordan instead of saving it, or, you know what I mean? It's like that mentality. And bro, the friendship, bro, you're like, it's very rare that you're gonna be friends with everybody that you're friends with right now. Bro, friends are like proximity based. Like when we were younger, going to high school, it's kind of like you don't really pick your friends, you find them. We're all going through the same stages in life, things like that. But as you get older, it is harder to make friends, but it's completely your choice. Like you could find the winners and become friends with them, find people that do what you do, become friends with them, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Funniest thing you said about like people buying sneakers and designer and stuff. Now, I always told myself I'd work backwards. I always told myself, I'm like, I'm going to start with the cars, and then I'm going to start with a nice spot. Then I may start with some jewelry, and then I'm going to do designer. You don't see me even wearing a Gucci shirt right now. It's like I wanted to work backwards. When I saw everybody buying the Gucci shirts and the chrome hearts right then, I was like, I want a bigger flex. I feel like it's a bigger flex to pull up in a Lambo than it is to have chrome hearts on the side of the street.
Bro, you wear the chrome hearts and you wear that, they're gonna hate on you for it. And you wear your stringer and you try to be modest, they're gonna hate on you for it. It doesn't fucking, like, if people are just gonna find any reason to just say something, whatever's on their fucking mind. But I wanna go back to the friendship, bro. A lot of people are caught up in their friend groups, bro. Like it's a fucking problem. They think that this is like their life. Like these are their side characters to their life. This is like it's not a video game show, bro. It's not like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro. Like those people will stop fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? It depends who it is. You know what I'm saying? Depends what your circle is. But I'm talking for the majority of people, 18 to 21. You live in a normal town. You still smoke weed with your friends. You guys link up. If you guys are not doing anything productive together, if it's zero, then reconsider your friend group, bro. Like there has to be something positive. There has to be some positive exchange. That's what friends are for. You know what I mean? It's like I try to give you some, whatever it is, and it's you want to reciprocate that positivity, bro. But if it's us hanging out with each other, self-destructing, and we feel less bad about it because we're together, yeah, bro, that's a recipe for disaster. And those friends are gonna fucking snake you when it's time. And usually, bro, like those friend groups fizzle out. And people like hold on to them, connect with them. That's why people, bro, go their whole lives being like, oh, I miss the days where me, David, Jonathan, whatever the fuck, we used to go out to fucking. And it feels like their life has been over since like high school. But most people have that issue, especially your audience or people that are trying to do what you do, or they don't have that confidence yet, and they're within their friend group, and their friend group are like brainwashing them, or no, you can't do it, bro, or bro, you're gonna scare the hills if you post on Instagram 5 times a day. Like, you know what I mean? That type of bullshit. Like, but that stuff, funny. People think it, they're like, you know what I mean? But the people around you are definitely gonna make you stop, like, make sure you stop what you're doing if they're the wrong people. They're gonna stand in your way 100%.
Yeah, bro, they say the opposite of courage isn't cowardice, it's conformity. Most people are acting like everybody else. They want to fit in with their friend groups without knowing why. If you ask them, why are you going to college, bro? Man, I'm getting this. Why are you getting that degree? I'm just doing this, and then I'm gonna get a job. But why? Well, that's what everybody else does.
It's always pending. It's always pending. It's always like you really don't know. And it's like, dude, if you're hanging out with people and you guys are not talking about shit, and it's all just like, you have to find somebody that you want to become like, or you are like, and you want to pick apart their heads and stuff like that. And it's not like me and Vince hang out any day or anything like that, bro, or talk too much. If you're talking to your friends too much and it's not, positive, or it's not like information based, or it's not helpful towards each other, then bro, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was Dan Pena that said it. He said successful people are like eagles. They'll pretty much flock alone. You meet up every now and then you flock alone. That's how it works. But yeah, when people are in big, small groups together, I don't know. I think it was Tate that said this. Bro, funniest thing, Tate's getting the penthouse next to my building. Bro.
I saw that.
It's like my building neighborhood penthouse. That'd be dope.
That would be exciting, bro.
Look at each other's penthouses in the morning.
And you got a Bugatti too, right?
Yeah, he got something new, but yeah, pretty much, bro, what he said was, he was like, it's usually smaller animals and prey that travel in large groups and need to be around each other. I'm like, that's facts. You know what I mean? It's like, that's facts. I feel like a lot of very successful people, I mean, my best friends are my employees, bro.
100%.
I'm chilling with them every day. I'm hyping them up. Those are my guys.
I see that, bro. It's your clients. It's literally the people that's around you that you work with that are the people that have a say in your life, or can talk. You know what I mean? That's your circle, bro. That's what people don't understand, is that you do live in Brickell, you do advertise the Miami lifestyle, but bro, it's not like you're out fucking going out to these bars or drink, or it's not
bro,
like you're
I've never gone to a club out here. Never gone.
You be going to restaurants like with your girl and stuff.
I've been to restaurants. People don't get this. I've never been to a traditional club in Miami. I've never done it. You know what I mean?
You hit the gym, bro, and you go out with your girl for dinner, and you tell people to do better online.
That's really all I do, bro.
You're so evil, bro.
Yeah, no, that's really all I do.
No,
like,
bro,
yeah.
you're evil as fuck, bro. Honestly, I don't know, bro. You're like the devil.
But yeah, nah, people don't. People just it's their own demons, bro. You know what I mean? They don't want to see. They don't want to see money. They don't want to see a nice life, etc. They've been convinced that that's bad and whatever. Like, it's just part of it.
Nah, bro, you're Satan, bro. Satan's right next to me. Look, take a look at him.
Bro, that's actually funny when you put it like that, bro. I go to the gym. I come home. I take care of my clients. I may go to dinner with my girl, and I'll send my mom money.
God, you're so evil, bro. You're so selfish.
This guy's self-centered and he's
How putrid, bro. Like, no, I'm uncomfortable now, bro. I'm gonna turn my fucking chair on. No, but in all seriousness, though, bro, like, getting to know you from the start till finish, I know who you are. I'm perfectly confident with who you are. I know what's going on. And, bro, I just want to say that, bro, I am proud of you, though, bro.
Hell yeah,
it's crazy to see the come up, though, bro. Because, bro, you need to be happy for your homies, bro. You need to start, like, you know what I'm saying? Let loose, bro. Be happy for that's how God's gonna give you stuff back. It's not gonna be like it's not gonna work like that, bro. You gotta just wait for your time, work hard, and it'll come.
Hell yeah, bro. Let's get it. But yeah, another thing I want to ask too, bro. Like let's talk more into what's your favorite? You like LA more, or like you like Miami more, bro?
So I personally. I'm a very adaptable person, bro. I'm like a lizard, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could put me, I could maybe change the color like an amphibian, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really not. I'm a human. But I really like both of them for their own reasons. But I definitely want to come out here next year because, I don't know, I think California got, like, for what I'm trying to do. You see, this is, again, it goes back to location. Like, you got to find what you want to do and go where you're going to excel. And for what I'm trying to do, Miami fits better. I don't know at the moment, but LA is changing though, bro. It's not like 2017, 2020 era where, you know, everybody lived there and it was like, you know, it is changing. It's definitely not the same, you know?
Yeah. I know the first thing, bro, when I visited LA was when I was getting this chain. We went to Peter Marco's shop, but like
good times.
Bro, the number one thing I noticed was like, you know, there's Beverly Hills and there's a nice spot. You go 2 streets over, there's like fucking hordes of homeless people and people that don't have food and etc.
I call that apocalypse, bro. Yeah.
And it's kind of like the have-nots and the have-yachts. You know, the one thing I noticed about Miami is, yes, there's areas like Overtown where there are homeless people, but the overall message is more positive. It's more vibrant. Bro, you remember we were about to get robbed for that damn Louis bag, and I was like, yo, turn this corner. There's there's 20 dudes right there in a fucking herd.
Bro, and we got stuck in like a park because, bro, in LA it's crazy because like you could literally go from like you're in like you said, you're like, oh my God, this is so nice. And then the next second, bro, you're like crawling across zombies. You know what I mean, bro? Like, bro, it is what it is. Like,
yeah, bro. And that's the number one energy. I never got a gloomy energy from Miami, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, I have not gotten one either so far, bro. I've been very smiley, bro. I don't know, like, it wasn't the case back there, bro. Maybe because we had fog and stuff lately, but no, Miami definitely gives you that. I guess youthful energy. You feel ready. The beach, bro. The sun. Like it's just a very vibrant place. I think that's what people don't understand. They think you're because when they think, well, Miami, they think that you're like, I don't know, bro, popping bottles on like a roof or like I don't know like what people's imagination goes to, but Miami's just a vibrant place. Like not everybody here is getting fucked up, bro. Like
bro.
I saw people walking their dogs, bro. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, when I moved here, bro, it became an everyday vacation, bro. That's a lifestyle you guys can get to. You know how Drake said it, turn my birthday into a lifestyle?
Turn my birthday into a lifestyle.
When I moved to Miami, I mean, it was like a fucking vacation. You're seeing pools on top of buildings. I'm from Arizona. We don't see that shit, bro.
And bro, nobody gives a fuck to look at you or do none of that. Everybody's focused on their own thing. That's another thing, bro. Like you go to a normal city, bro, it's like if you're walking, everybody's like trying to fucking figure you out. Like in LA, we like that, bro. They be trying to figure me out, bro. And I'm like, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to get my fucking
But yeah, I think we got like 5 more minutes.
Okay.
I don't know. We got 5 minutes to wrap it up. So guys, listen, I hope you guys got a lot of value from this podcast. Moose, where can they follow you, bro?
That's Moose on all platforms, and I'm gonna be here next year, and let's get it.
Let's get it. You guys can follow me too at Vincent Fischer _ on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. But let's get it. Hit the like button down below, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. Let's roll. Oh man, awesome.